said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense working from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Quick completion on the out. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophy.
He's loose. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Here's the handoff. It's a running room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air. It's Mateer. Now adjusting. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Quick handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Corner's going to give them room. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Steps away to find some room. Quarterback gets enough. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Running through contact. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They'll run for it on third and short. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a third down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. First and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession, and force a field goal.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking to scramble. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off.
How about that? They knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands, the big defensive line that comes up with the INT.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's got the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
From the 42, if they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. It's complete.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Got it behind the line. It's Wingo. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. He just didn't have it there.
Oh, he's got some space. Wide open spaces. Pass to Tech. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooners. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Fighting off the defender. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Wants to adjust the pattern. Power football with the run.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Time to take a shot. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Grab near the marker. It's Kent. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
The give out of the gun. It's a seam wide open. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. Fires on the move. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mateer. The quick out. There he goes. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's getting ahead. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Makes the grab. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The DBs will back off a bit. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires downfield. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning on the Jets. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David.
There he goes. All out of space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make him move.
The Sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Houston. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas. Ready, fight.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. Runs through the tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold and fire complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Now on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, how great is it to see the most athletic position on the field doing work, showing he could be a running back, showing he could be a wide receiver. I mean, what else can't a defensive lineman do? What an athlete.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give on the inside. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Quarterback adapting. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Gibson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Sooners are facing third and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a push on fourth down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is the part of the field where it starts to be even more clear, right? I'm not backed up in my own territory. I'm getting towards midfield. Fourth and inches? I can't get inches? I like my offense. I like their aggressiveness, and I like the way they went and got the first down.
Quarterback now breaking the field. On the run deep down the right side. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Using his legs to buy some time. Rolling right and going deep. And he's got it at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Sooners will have it first and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooners!
One of the areas they really focus. with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now it's a two-possession game, down 15. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, and Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe getting the quarterback's head just a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense might bring the house here. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He's got him this time. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Oh, that's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Quarterback extends the play. Got it in the middle. It's Wheeler. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He's got it. Two-pointer is good, and now it's a one-score game here deep in the fourth. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Wingo.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. He might want another play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it. First down and more. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On fourth down, going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USF is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout either side will soon forget. They're up by 24 over James Madison. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
To the ground with the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And after that incompletion as a play caller, you need to go back to the well. You can't be afraid to call what has already worked well in this game for you. You've got a tie game. You've had a lot of success, whether it's been running or whether it's been throwing. Think about the playmakers that have stepped up in this game, and don't be afraid to double back and call something that had success earlier in the game.
To the air, it's Manning. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's loose. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's good. Nailed the game winner from 36 yards out. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.